Step into the unknown with the shadow frequency and your host, Matt Wilson, as he takes you where the shadows hum.
Welcome to the Shadow Frequency, episode 166, where we dive into the shadows of the unknown and pull back the veil on the paranormal. I'm Juniper, your producer, and tonight we're plunging into a chilling mystery that's been buried for decades: the Vatican's secret UFO archives from the 1960s. Are there documents hidden in those subterranean libraries that prove extraterrestrial contact? Our host, Matt Wilson, is ready to guide us through the labyrinth of whispers and conspiracies. Matt, what's got you spooked about this one?
Oh, Juniper, this one's got my skin crawling. Picture miles of ancient tunnels under the Vatican, packed with secrets older than time itself.
Wow.
And some say records of beings from beyond the stars. It's like the X-Files, but with a papal twist.
I'm already getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, take us into the shadows.
Welcome, Shadow Seekers, to the Shadow Frequency. Tonight, we're unraveling a mystery that feels like it was ripped from a cosmic horror novel: the Vatican's alleged UFO archives from the 1960s, hidden deep in the subterranean vaults of the Vatican Apostolic Archives. These aren't just any archives, they're a fortress of knowledge, with over 80 kilometers of shelving holding centuries of papal secrets, state papers, and whispered accounts of the unexplainable. And some say buried among those ancient texts are documents that could rewrite humanity's place in the universe. Let's set the stage. The Vatican Apostolic Archives, once called the Secret Archives until Pope Francis renamed them in 2019, are a labyrinth of restricted knowledge. Only a select few accredited researchers under tight protocols can even step foot in there. Since Pope Leo VIII cracked the door open for scholars in 1881, the archives have been a magnet for speculation. And when it comes to UFOs, the rumors are electrifying. Picture this. It's the 1960s, a decade when the world was buzzing with UFO fever. Sightings were reported everywhere, from Roswell to rural England. But the Vatican? That's where things get weird. Whispers began to circulate that the church was sitting on explosive evidence of extraterrestrial contact. Not just sightings, but actual encounters. Documents detailing beings from other worlds, crafts that defied physics, and maybe even communications with non-human intelligences. One chilling story comes from the era of Pope Paul VI, who reigned from 1963 to 1978. According to some researchers, during this time, Vatican insiders were cataloging reports of mysterious aerial phenomena. These weren't just random lights in the sky. We're talking detailed accounts of orbs that moved with purpose, discs that hovered silently, and beings that seemed to transcend our understanding of life. Some claim these reports were funneled to the Vatican by Jesuit priests, who've long been tied to astronomical research through the Vatican Observatory. Then there's the bombshell from David Grush, a former U.S. intelligence official who in 2023 claimed the Vatican was complicit in a cover-up dating back to the 1930s. He alleges the UFO crashed in northern Italy under Mussolini's regime, and Pope Pius XII himself helped the U.S. recover it. Could documents from that incident have been locked away in the 1960s, when the Vatican was reportedly updating its archives? Grush says the church knew about extraterrestrial life and kept it quiet, storing the proof in those subterranean vaults. And it gets stranger. Religious studies scholar Diana Walsh Pasulka, in her book American Cosmic, describes stumbling across Vatican records from centuries past that sound eerily like modern UFO encounters. Orbs of light penetrating walls, spinning suns, and disk-like objects in the sky. Accounts that predate the 1960s but suggest the church has been tracking these phenomena for ages. Were the 1960s documents a continuation of this ancient record-keeping? Did the Vatican use its global network of missionaries and observatories to collect evidence of otherworldly visitors? Imagine the scene. A dimly lit chamber deep beneath Vatican City, where robed archivists pore over manuscripts that describe lights in a starless sky, or beings that spoke in tongues no human could understand. The air is heavy with the weight of secrets, and every page turn feels like a step closer to the truth, or a descent into something far darker. Juniper, my head's spinning. Are we talking about divine visions or something way more cosmic?
Matt, I'm half expecting an alien to pop out of those archives and start reciting scripture.
Right.
This is wild. What do you think so far, listeners?
All right, Juniper, take it away for the break.
Wow, listeners, are you feeling that chill down your spine? Matt's got us deep in the Vatican's shadowy vaults, chasing UFO secrets that could shake the foundations of reality. Are these documents proof of extraterrestrial visitors or something even stranger? I know I'm hooked. Stick around, because after the break, Matt's diving deeper into what might be hidden in those archives, and maybe a twist that'll make you question everything. But first, here's Chris Beach to tell you where you can find the Shadow Frequency.
Cheers, Juniper! If you're loving the Shadow Frequency, please like and subscribe and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and all major podcast directories. Visit our website at shadowfrequencypodcast.com to catch all our episodes. Leave a voicemail telling us where you're listening from. We might feature it in our next episode. Check out our Shadow blog for companion articles to our episodes, grab some cool swag from our store, or support us by buying us a coffee. Now let's get back over to Juniper for a dive into the mailbag, where we share your thoughts and stories. Juniper?
Thanks, Chris. Now it's time for the mailbag, and we got a new thing. We have to fire up the message materializer to... Here we go. Let's flip the switches. It'll spit out today's listener message. All right. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. This one's from Paul in Wisconsin. Hey, Matt and Juniper, just wanted to drop a quick note to say thank you for all the amazing UFO episodes lately. You guys really dig into the weird stuff in a way that keeps me hooked every time. The Bigfoot Mount St. Helens episode gave me chills. I had to listen to it twice. Seriously, you're doing great work. Also, I finally got my Shadow Frequency coffee mug in the mail, and I love it. It's officially my late-night weirdness fuel now. Keep the strange stories coming. You've got a fan for life up here in Wisconsin. That's Paul D. in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Paul, you're making us blush up here in the spooky studio. That mug's perfect for fueling those late-night paranormal binges, let me tell you. Keep those messages coming, listeners. Send us your thoughts at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. All right, Matt, take us back into the Vatican's cosmic secrets.
Welcome back, Shadow Seekers, to the Shadow Frequency. We're deep in the Vatican subterranean archives, chasing whispers of UFOs and extraterrestrial encounters from the 1960s. Before the break, we explored claims that the Vatican holds secret documents, maybe even proof of alien contact, locked away in its vast underground libraries. But what else might be down there, and why the secrecy? Let's dive deeper. The 1960s were a pivotal time for the Vatican. The Second Vatican Council was reshaping the church, and the world was gripped by Cold War paranoia and UFO mania. Some researchers believe the Vatican used this chaotic era to quietly catalog reports of unexplained phenomena. Jesuit father Jose Funes, a former director of the Vatican Observatory, once said there's no conflict between faith and the possibility of extraterrestrial brothers. In 2009, the Vatican even held a conference on extraterrestrial life with astronomers and theologians debating the implications of alien intelligence. That's right, the church was openly talking about aliens. So why hide the documents? One theory is that the Vatican fears the theological fallout. If extraterrestrial life exists, it could challenge the church's teaching about humanity's unique place in God's creation. Imagine a dusty manuscript describing a 1960s encounter with beings who claim to come from a distant star system. Would the church release that to a world already grappling with existential questions? Or would they bury it deeper in those fireproof bunkers beneath Vatican City? And then there's the 1960s connection to Project Blue Book, the U.S. Air Force's UFO investigation program. Some speculate the Vatican shared intelligence with the U.S., feeding reports of strange crafts into a global network of secrecy. Could those subterranean shelves hold memos between Vatican officials and American agents, detailing sightings or even recovered materials? The thought alone sends shivers down my spine. But here's where a shadow of doubt creeps in. Not everyone buys the extraterrestrial angle. The Vatican's own archivist, Archbishop Sergio Pagano, has stated there are no documents about extraterrestrial life in the archives. He urged researchers to stop chasing these futile leads. Could the 1960s UFO stories be misinterpretations of religious visions, like the ones Pasoka found in older records? Maybe those orbs and discs were spiritual phenomena, not spaceships. It's a possibility we have to consider, even if it feels like a cold splash of water on our paranormal fire. Still, the secrecy of the archives keeps the mystery alive. With 53 miles of shelving, who knows what's hidden in the shadows? Maybe one day a researcher will stumble across a 1960s file marked Anomalous Phenomena and blow the lid off this cosmic enigma. Until then, we're left with whispers and questions that echo in the dark. Juniper, I'm torn. Part of me wants to believe the Vatican's got alien secrets, but that skeptic's voice is nagging. What's your take?
Matt, I'm still picturing those underground vaults, and I'm not sure I trust the no aliens line.
Right.
But I'll admit, the skeptic angle makes you wonder if we're chasing ghosts or glowing orbs. What do you think, listeners?
All right, Juniper, wrap us up with that spooky send-off.
That's a wrap on episode 166 of The Shadow Frequency. We dove deep into the Vatican shadowy UFO archives, unearthing tales of extraterrestrial whispers and hidden truths locked in subterranean vaults. Are there cosmic secrets waiting to be uncovered? Or is it all a mirage of faith and mystery? Thanks for joining us, Shadow Seekers. Keep your eyes on the skies and your ears tuned to the shadows. Shout out to our sponsors, Aspire Healthy Energy. It's what's been keeping us focused during those long editing sessions and late-night research rabbit holes. Aspire gives you balanced energy with 80 milligrams of natural green and tea caffeine, zero sugar, and no crash. Seriously, no jitters, just smooth, clean fuel. Try it out and get 20% off any product at aspiredrinks.com with our promo code SHADOW25. That's SHADOW25 for 20% off. All right, back to the strange. Matt, say goodnight.
Good night, Shadow Seekers. Stay spooky.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or at shadowfrequencypodcast.com. Send your thoughts to shadowpodcast@protonmail.com, and we might read them in the next mailbag. Until next time, this is Juniper signing off from The Shadow Frequency. Sleep tight, if you dare.
This episode was produced with a commitment to exploring the unexplained while grounding our discussion in documented discoveries. All interpretations are speculative and intended for entertainment purposes.